And the same thing happens when a guy doesn't want to smile. So often, like, I'll teach a guy and I'll spend hours with him. I taught one guy in San Francisco. We were together for 4 days, and the first day was just trying to get him to smile. We opened. How crazy is that? Think about that. Like, he just couldn't smile when he opened. And when you open, like, and you're not smiling, the girl always reacts like, huh? Because she will always give back what you're giving. And it creates this kind of negative loop. Like, he just knows that every time he opens, you get this kind of like bad facial expression from the girl, which then makes him even less likely to want to smile the next time, and it creates this loop that we just have to try and snap out of. Every student is like a puzzle that you've got to try and work out, I find. I was trying to find out what can I do to get him to smile. Other guys, I tickle them and that works. Other guys, it works. Other guys, I try different strategies, but this guy would always be like, ha ha ha, go in there, excuse me. Right? And I found out, I think on the second day I found out, just randomly, I've never tried this before, I tried reverse psychology. I tried saying, rather than say go in there and smile, I was like, right, do go in there, right, and just be serious. Fuck it up, you know. In fact, look, give me $20, right, here's $20, we've $40 here. If you, you're going to fuck it up, because you're shit. You're just going to be all serious. Go in there, be serious, right, and then I'm going to win this money. Just go, I need this money, I need more money. You can just go there, fuck it up, be serious. Don't stop smiling, be fucking serious. You went over there and he smiled. Right? Because then I realised, okay, what works with him is if you make a game out of it, then he's going over there not like to smile. He's going over there, I'm fucking shenanigans. I won't let him win my money, and he smiled. And that became the thing that got him to smile. So that was the weirdest thing. But so what was I talking about? The unconventional interruption. Excuse me, can I say something to you really quickly? Lots of distance and strong body language, eye contact is very, very important. It's one of the most important things. A lot of new guys, they just, excuse me, can I just say something to you? Really, I just saw you, and they don't have eye contact. And the eye contact is what does it. You have these laser eyes, you know, excuse me, it's just, it's what it's all about. Strong eye contact, right? If you mix the, excuse me, can I say something to you really quickly with a cheeky little smile, strong eye contact and projecting your voice, a girl will stop every single time, 100%. 100%, if you do it right. If you don't stop her, either she's really fucking busy, you know, like crazy busy, or you've just done it wrong. You've done something wrong. You haven't given enough distance, you weren't smiling, you weren't projecting. And I remember the first demo I did in San Francisco, and I was with a student, and I think, I had a couple of drinks the night before with, I was staying with the junior instructor, and I had a bad idea drinking before training, because it leaves me cloudy the next day, you know, I'm like, ah. So I did a demo, and the girl just walked straight past, you know, but I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know why. I was like, I wasn't smiling, you know, because I'm just woken up. So I told him, listen, the reason why I shouldn't stop was because I wasn't smiling, right? Now watch the next one, you're going to see it very different. And the next girl I opened, I was like, right, fucking, you know, laughing, because I know, like, okay, every time you go out and do Daygame, you're going to be in a different psychological space. You know, everyone's different, and every day is different, you know. One day you might go out and you're just feeling a bit too silly, and you're opening a bit too silly. You think, I'm going to get really back, just be more serious. And some days you're in a different kind of mood, and when you're opening, you're not smiling, you're being so like, ugh. And you're like, okay, bring it back up, lighten it up, smile. And I always find the first approaches is like finding out where you're at today. It's like, where am I at today? Okay, I'm a bit serious today. All right, lighten up. And then the second one or the third one is usually on the money. And the second one in San Francisco, I opened this girl, and like after 5 minutes interaction, then we ended up kissing on the street. And by the way, don't try and kiss girls in the street unless you're just doing it to try and accomplish something, just for a laugh. It's actually not a very good game, because there's no way she's going to want to see you again. Every time I've kissed a girl on the street, just to show off, or to demo, whatever, she hasn't text back. Because, do you understand why though? Because she's like, huh? It's creepy. No, it's not creepy, it's fun. But I mean, it's like, from her perspective, after it happens, she's walking along, she's like, what the fuck?
She feels like a slut.
Yeah, she's like, what just happened there, you know? Because she's just going with it, you know, going with it and stuff, and then like, And then she goes back to normal life, walking along. She's like, what the fuck just happened there? I can't believe I did that. I can't see that guy again. Like, I'm not that kind of girl, you know. And it's almost like, if he can get me to do that, like, holy shit. Like, so it's only good if you want to either show off or
have fun.
A challenge for yourself. Yeah, it's fun to be able to do, but if I wouldn't advise it at all. You know, if you want to actually see her again. But that example I just gave you with the first approach, she just walked straight past me. Sorry, I'm busy. And the very next approach, I got kiss clothes. So if you're approaching a girl and she blows you off, when you're nervous, you think, oh, I suck. But it's not because it's not you. It's just the way you're approaching. You get that?
Yeah.
One approach, blowout. Next approach, kiss clothes. And the only difference is because I know what caused the blowout, and the new guy wouldn't. The new guy would just take it personally. And would be like, oh, I suck, or I'm ugly, or whatever. All these excuses, I'm not tall enough, or whatever the excuses are. Whereas I know, okay, the reason why that happened is because first of all I got too close, and second of all I wasn't smiling, and I probably didn't project that much, I think, because I'm just tired, so right, next one, get it right. So that's really valuable to know, that if you ever get blown out, it's just because it's something you did, that's all it is. It's just the surface stuff. So any questions about how to stop somebody? Another way to stop somebody, if you don't want to run up in front because you're a pussy, and also if it's very, very busy, is you come alongside her, tap her on the shoulder, and the second she looks at you, you stop and look back and point. And she will always stop, turn around and look where you're pointing. Because she might drop something. You say, oh listen, I just saw you over there. And
nice.
So that always works as well. It's a nice little trick. I call that the Yosha stop because I invented it. It's a clever name.
I do that all the time, but I combine the two. So like I stop and always I point. I don't know why. It works all the time.
Well, the thing is, if you run up in front and then you point back,
yeah.
She's going to turn and look back, and then she's not going to be facing you completely. She'll probably turn and walk this way a little bit, and then you're not facing her completely. So I think you should either do one or the other. Either you do the other stop and you stop her, and now she's facing you 100%, or if you can't do that for whatever reason, you can do the Yosha one and then point back. But I always find when students try and do a bit of both, what they're really doing is they're just not doing the fucking yad stop properly. They're trying to open a bit from the side, and they're just not doing the yad stop properly, and it's coming across a bit like that. Either do the fucking yad stop or don't. You know what I mean? Either do that 100% or do from the side 100% and point back. Don't try and do both because it's not good.
What did you call your approach again?
The Yosha stop, which is my.
What's your name?
It's not my real name.
Really?
No. Everyone. When I got into this, I was in the stage of everyone has a name. The whole style thing. So whatever. But it is what it is. So there are two effective ways to stop a girl. Right? Do those effectively, then you should be able to stop every single girl you approach. Every single one, right? But so what? You can stop a girl, big deal. Now what? Right? So you've said, listen, can I say something to you really quickly? Right? That's the unconventional interruption. That's the pre-frame of the interaction. And then the next thing is what Yaz called the pre-frame. The prehistory. And the prehistory, the definition, the second definition of prehistory is basically the events leading up to something. Like the prehistory of World War I would be the historical events that led up to the World War I. So the prehistory is basically you just explain what's going on. You give the context of the interaction. What a lot of guys do is they just go, listen, can I say something really quickly? You look gorgeous, you look really hot. And what tends to happen is the girl kind of goes, oh, thanks. And they look confused. And the reason why they look confused is they're like, okay, but what, are you selling something? Why are you complimenting me? What's going on? Who are you? Do you know what I mean? On TV. Whereas you need to root the compliment you're about to give in reality. You need to explain what's going on. It's very simple. It's not anything tricky. It's just tell her what you're doing. Listen, I was just sat in that coffee shop just there, pondering the universe, thinking thoughts. And then all of a sudden, you walk by, and all of a sudden I've snapped back to reality and I can't think of anything else. And I've had to come over and say hello. I've had to run over here and leave my coffee. It's like a little bit of coffee left. And I've had to come over and say hello. that's a bit poetic and whatever. But I like doing that. When you first start, you can say that I just saw you over there and I had to come over and say hello. But when you get more confident, just stop trying to stop talking so much. When you first start this, you want to just say something quickly and just get it out and let her do the talking. But it's actually the opposite. When you first approach a girl, you should be the one doing all the talking. And so get comfortable doing all the talking. So when you approach her, what's the rush? What's the rush in telling her what's going on really quickly? Oh, can I say something really quickly? Okay, I just saw you out to go and say hello, you look fast. Oh, thank God, she's got to talk now. So instead, like, listen, I was just, because once you said, listen, can I say something to you really quickly? And she's like, okay, now it's a captive audience. She wants to hear what's going on now. This guy has just stopped her in the street and said, listen, I've got to say this to you. She's a captive audience. And I've demoed this before when a student was just so focused on just getting out there so he could continue the interaction. I was like, dude, like, no, trust me, once you've stopped her, she wants to find out what's going on. And I demoed him by stopping a girl and had a latte with me. And I was like, excuse me, can I say something really quickly? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. 1 second. And I did that for like 30 seconds or something, right? And she's like, smart, she's like, what? I was like, hang on. as an example of, like, once they've stopped and they've decided, I'm stopped now, they're a captive audience, so there's no rush. Don't be like, okay, I saw you over there and I had to get, no, just put this in. I was just in that coffee shop, and I was actually thinking really serious thoughts about business and life. And then you came along with these legs, and all of a sudden, like, my brain's like scrambled. I can't think of anything, which I think is quite rude of you, if I'm honest, because I'm trying to be serious and think about work and stuff, and then all of a sudden my legs are running outside the door, running after you. I'm like, what are you doing? So I had to come over and say hello. This is crazy, Like, whatever, it doesn't actually matter as long as you're kind of just saying what's up, saying what's going on, and then that's the prehistory, and then you give a compliment. This section we call the observational statement. We like to give terms that are kind of all-encompassing, because an observational statement does include an indirect opener if you're in a certain environment where an indirect opener is more socially intelligent. Let's say you're sat next to a girl on a plane. Wouldn't be social intelligence go, you are fucking gorgeous, right? Because she's like, oh shit, this is a 10-hour flight, So it's an observational statement, and on the street, the best kind of observational statement is a compliment. But the most effective type of compliment for a girl on the street is a low pressure direct compliment. And low pressure means that it's like it's low investment. What you don't want to do is over invest. Oh my God, you are so. Jesus Christ, look at you. I've come in my pants. It's too much, She's like, I'm cleaning myself as we speak. Like, what I was doing with you guys when I was showing you a photo? It's like, I wouldn't open like that. That's just too much. She's like, holy shit, this guy's never seen a woman in his entire life. Because if you go really overboard, like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous, right? And if you haven't done that, do it. And if you're afraid to be really direct, you've got to do it just to get out, just to experience it. But if you behave like that, it also communicates to the girl that you're not used to hanging out with beautiful girls. You know what I mean? It kind of, she's like, okay, this guy just hangs out with dudes or really ugly chicks, because he's like, oh my God. So the most effective type of opener is like, how can you open and be direct and show your intent while investing as little as possible, right? And it's almost like how, imagine like a fashion photographer who's used to hang out with models all day, and a model walks by the photo shoot and he says, oh, come on, you look really nice. Yeah, you look really nice. Right? And that's what we say. We say, I had to come over and say, you look really nice. And that's it. It's direct, we're being honest, because they do look nice, but we're not just piling on with a trowel, we're saying, you look really nice. Right? And then, oh, thanks. From there, we've got so much room to go in. We can, later on a date, we can say whatever we want. We can escalate that if we want. But by saying to her, you look really nice, it's like we're not giving her everything. We're not showing her all our cards. We're just doing just enough to show that we're interested, that we think she looks nice. But it also sort of demonstrates to her that, yeah, you look nice, but you might be a dick.